Are you not feeling, obviously we recorded last week, yeah, and this is for us and the listeners, things like, you right there, bro?
Sorry.
What are you watching there, bro? I thought he was playing Nollywood music.
Do you know what,
I was waiting, bro.
I opened up my browser, yeah.
Whoa.
And obviously Disney Plus is...
Okay.
My daughter's obsessed with this movie called Descendants, where like all the people that we've grown up watching in Disney have youths now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like who?
Cinderella and them dons, like Snow White and...
Snow White's got youths?
Yeah, they had to breed, innit? They can't just wake me up with one kiss and not beat. Like, what? How can you kiss me and I'm alive? And then you expect man to not have youths?
Give me more.
Give me the pum pum, girl.
Like, bro, the prince.
Nah, man,
You wake up with a true love's kiss, fam. Like,
bro, Disney After Dark, babe. What
fam, when I wake, when I kiss you alive, I gotta bring you back to the castle, innit? We're not just gonna sit there for decoration.
Come on, man.
Youths,
We gotta
innit?
consummate this marriage, bro. What do you think this is? No. We gotta
So Descendants on
That's jokes. Disney Plus.
Disney
18.
Plus.
Yeah.
It's got all their youths and that, and they're all beefing each other, kind of thing. It's nuts.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah,
Man.
my daughter's obsessed at the moment, so it was on.
Is that keeping her occupied when you need to like do your thing, get your work done, and
Yeah, sometimes
yeah.
I'll try and get her to do like little activities and stuff, and like after a while she get bored because there's no supervision because I'm doing stuff, So I'm like, would you want to watch? She's like, oh yeah, Descendants.
You're on TV, then I can't wait to be like that and be like, yeah, I'm looking.
Sometimes you gotta do that.
Hey, I'll sit there, watch Nollywood, innit?
Sometimes you got, but I'm giving her a choice, innit?
Of course.
You know, so yeah, watch Black is King with her as well.
Dope, that's dope. That's dope. We'll
Bare questions though, asking bare questions.
That's
like,
good, man.
This is how women start.
What?
When you go see
The
with your
film's
babe,
2 minutes in. Oh, what's happening? I'm watching the film for the first time, just like you.
it starts from their youth, bruv. I'm telling you.
Bro, you be watching the film 2 minutes in, asking the storyline. I'm like, bro, I'll swap my seat, you know. I'm giving my popcorn as well, man. I'm going to sit in the front row, bro. But before we go be on a little tangent, I was saying, so last week we spoke about the whole Wiley anti-Semitism thing.
Yeah.
Obviously recorded just before his Sky News interview come out. So I was a little pissed that we didn't have that extra bit of context.
Soundbite.
Yeah, soundbite and all the stuff. I don't know if you guys seen the interview, but it gave me a bit more of a little bit of a different perspective, just because I saw the interview and I was like, I don't know if I can trust this because it wasn't that long, and lo and behold, the streets have finally found the digital receipt where like it's been heavily edited and he said other things and they matched him together to make him look bad, and just made me sit and be like, after the chat we had, I was like, I still feel the same in regards to what he said, but I can see this big game that's being played. And they had another black brother sitting down with him to the interview.
Yeah, it was a bit cool.
Well, yeah. It was Sky News, isn't it?
Sky News, this is a dirty game, bro. Dirty game.
Yeah, it's an evil world we live in, bro.
Dirty game.
I think I was saying it, maybe that episode or a few episodes before, whenever like there's a black issue on Channel 4, like they'll get the black youth, Simeon Brown, to cover all the black stuff. And I'm thinking... I hear it like to a certain extent, but like he then has to submit shit to his producers and then they'll just chop it up and take it out of context. But then having saying that's within what Channel 4 do, but with the Sky News Donny, I felt like the Don was kind of...
Speak of your chest, bro. I know what you want to say.
He was basically like... He's obviously working for Sky News, but he was
leading
over on that side.
Bro, he was leaving the witness hard, bro.
Yeah, bro. Baiting him.
So he knew
You
that...
shot him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You shot him, didn't you?
Yeah. So basically,
shot him.
like...
It was that.
Bro, like, he knew, like, the kind of reaction Wiley could give out. So his methods were very antagonizing to me. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, cool. You're going to make, like... You know when... you're antagonizing someone, they may lash out at some point and the delivery may come across as harsh or like in favor of
whatever the argument is.
Of whatever the argument is. Do you know what I'm saying?
See, I
From
thought
their
it was-
side, from
yeah,
their
yeah,
side,
yeah.
innit? From the media side, or from the people that are accusing him of whatever.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of that, and how they edited it, it was like, all right, cool. This is a crazy man, because I ain't even gonna lie. Watching that, I was like, yo, he looks mad. They got him all fucked
But
up.
you know, in reality, I'm saying this obviously with hindsight, but like I feel like you would know as Wiley that no matter what you're doing, if you're gonna do something like that, do it live, bro, because they're gonna edit it
Which is what I was kind of
like
saying
every single time.
last week. Because like, why would you go there?
You know how it's
You know
gonna
what
be.
they're
Like, did he think
fun.
that they was gonna give him like
A fair shake.
hour
yeah,
segment?
yeah, yeah.
Bro, that's not gonna happen.
Instagram live.
Like, come on,
A little
bro.
Larry King moment.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be that.
Yeah.
Unless it's live, bro, like you can't really. Do you know what I mean? Right, the editors make me look mad and make themselves look good. Yeah, because it's their thing.
They're meant to do that. Yeah.
Like, do you get me? Like, you can't expect anything different. Do you know what I mean? Even man's like, oh, they sent out BlackBerry. Yeah, bro, because
You don't even know that's a journalist that's trying to make his mark.
like,
And it felt like I could be wrong, but it genuinely felt like Donny was going extra hard to make it seem to them, his employees or whoever in the office, that I'm not like my man, or like we're stamping this out. Like I've gone out there to prove that the black community doesn't stand with Donny, you know. And I feel like I got some
That's a
feedback.
take.
I got some nice feedback from last week. It wasn't overly positive, it was just like they liked how we approached the conversation. And I actually thought people were going to say it'd been peaceful, but I didn't get any of that. But it was more like, cool, you said Donny was, in your opinion, because I speak for you now, I don't speak to every black person, that yeah, some of his comments were wild. But look at the bigger picture of what's going on. What I just got to do is dish you, do the disparity thing, show what's going on here. Why is this being treated so harsh? Like now they've taken out his YouTube channel as well. And
Is it?
Yeah, so YouTube's gone,
see,
Instagram's
I was
gone,
saying that was gonna happen.
Facebook's
and
gone.
Rachel was trying to say, no, I hate that will happen. I said, bro, no, that will
Because
go.
because that was his only outlet now to go on. So he went on YouTube and started doing loads of like reaction videos to the interview, innit?
Yeah.
And I was the same. I was like, yeah, they're gonna take this down because they can't be seen to be having this up. And then, not later than 7 days later, we've had 2 incidences on the BBC where they've said the N-word. So we read out the tweets. I don't think I read out all of them, but there was loads, and his Twitter's been taken down. But 2 occasions in the last like 7 to 10 days on the BBC, they've not said, oh, the N-word, they've actually said nigger,
Yeah.
like live and direct.
Like, fully. Like, and the first time they did it, it was 24 hours after they said
They can't repeat what Wiley said.
Wiley's tweets are too offensive to show on TV. But then 24 hours later, you go and say that. I was like, so there's a clear difference on who is allowed to be offended and who's not.
But the goalpost changes.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Because all of a sudden, like, offence has a different definition to these people. All of a sudden. Because in one breath, you can't say that, oh yeah, what Wiley was saying is too offensive to show. As in, like, a snapshot of his Twitter thread, to then you hearing an audio clip live and direct saying the N-word.
Yeah, my thing is, show all of them or show none of them.
Facts.
Preferably show all of them. Let us all strip naked in the street now and show each other our mess. Let's know what's really going on. Tear my pants. Let's know what's going on. Let's fight in the road, bro. I don't like that. Like, okay, so you're over there, and yours is too offensive. So you think we're dickheads? That's what my thing from some last week is. You think we're pricks? I can't come to any other conclusion other than that. You think we're pricks? You think we're pussies? We're just gonna have it. And a lot of people complain to. Is it Ofcom?
Yes.
I saw, and I think a lot of the people that had complained. I think like Van's saying it happened 24 hours after the whole Wiley sit down. I think they've all recently got their responses via email, and they basically not apologise. I will keep talking. I'll read that in a second, but it's like they didn't even that.
Yeah,
They justified it basically. So
They justified what?
basically saying they've through the response. No, let me read it outside that because you guys might not have seen it. It'd be unfair to speak about
I
it.
ain't seen
It's
it.
not. Okay, cool. So this is. Okay, so it's 2 slides. Thank you very much for taking the time to write to us about a report from BBC Points West, which was also aired on the news channel. Clearly, we would never want our reporting to become the focus of such an important story. We have listened to what people have had to say about the use of the word, and we accept that this has caused offence, but we would like people to understand why we took the decision we did. This story was an important piece of journalism about a shocking incident. It was originally reported by some as a hit and run, but investigations indicated that a racist language was used at the scene, and it was then treated by the police as a racially aggravated attack. The victim's family were anxious the incident should be seen and understood by the wider public. It's for this reason they asked us specifically to show the photo of this man's injuries, and were also determined that we should report the racist language in full alleged to have been spoken by the occupants of the car. Notwithstanding the family's wishes, we independently considered whether the use of the word was editorially justified given the context. The word is used on air rarely, and in this case, as with all cases, the decision to use it in full was made by a team of people, including a number of senior editorial figures. You are, of course, right that the word is highly offensive, and we completely accept and understand why people have been upset by its use. The decision to use the word was not taken lightly and without considerable detail thought. We were aware that it would cause offence, but in this specific context, we felt the need to explain and report not just the injuries, but given their alleged extreme nature, the words alleged to have been used, a position which, as we have said, was supported by the family and the victim. Those are difficult judgments, but the context is very important in this particular case. We believe we gave adequate warnings that upsetting images and language we use, and we will continue to pursue the story. Obviously, I don't know through me reading it. So the reason why they were talking about them was because there was a nurse recently he was involved in a hit and run. Mad injuries to the face, I think broke one of his legs, like, in a really, really bad way, innit? So that was a news story they were reporting on, and allegedly the people in the car shouted racist language at him, innit? So that's why they were talking about the N-word in that context on the news, innit? But the thing they keep saying is, what they've done though, they've thrown the blame on the family. So listen, you Negroes, relax. The family said, so
they gave us the pass.
That's what they say on here though.
Like,
but in this context, look, so
bro, hang on though. Like, in what you were saying, for me, it just seemed like someone made the executive decision to use an offensive word that would offend a group of people. Don't make an executive decision on what may offend a large group of people. And
then they should have got responsibility by saying, they did say that, bro, since like, this is a whole network, bro.
The network ain't gonna go to the family and be like, oh yeah, can we use this word?
Yeah, but let's be serious. Let's be fucking serious, bro.
Some of the family got to speak out and say, hey, listen guys, they're lying on my name.
Nah, they don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing a report on a story, you're not gonna say what they said. You're gonna say that they used racial slurs, and everyone knows what that is.
You can use your imagination.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or just say they use the N-word. That's still fine. We get your drift.
Yeah.
We know what you're trying to say. You know?
Because it's usually offensive slurs, race hate, like all these buzzwords that they have, but all of a sudden,
H is like,
it's not there.
He's not here, bro.
These are bro, like, and these are examples time and time and again, after a lot of people have no understanding, still have no understanding, or the refusal to understand or comprehend what the whole movement is about. It's not just the extreme stuff. It's this as well. It's the small microaggressions.
Go on.
It's there's so many different elements that you can use as an example. Like, if you're building a case study, like, we have so many examples.
For real.
Bro, the use of that term was just a bad up, bro. That's all it was, bro.
Yeah, a little ridiculous, innit?
That was a bad up. That man can do that.
And then they had another one in the week, innit? I don't know what that context, what story they're reporting on then.
They're reporting on YG or something. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, like this.
What network?
Sorry.
I
think it's both BBC in it. Both BBC in it. So is this a good excuse not to pay TV license? I'm just asking.
We go back to the old me.
What did you, baby?
We go back to the old me, now.
I mean,
it's mental.
Why should we?
Certain man need an excuse anyway, but if you need one, this might be the one.
You think I'm going to pay you to offend me? Because that's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
And then dribble your way out of it.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful bad up still.
Yeah, when I was reading down the way, I was like, look at these lot. Hey, this is BS. But it just ties into like a conversation we were having last week about who has the power and what we might need to do. And I think I want to keep exploring this conversation. Like, I know we want to want to come in vibes as the man then, and I hope we want to entertain and educate in the same breath.
Yeah.
But I think we need to look at. I'm going to take responsibility. I hope the rest of you in your own time will do it as well. What organisations there are that allow other communities to be like, shut that down. Like, do they have certain bodies, lobby certain things? So we will need a certain level of power. Because social media, I was saying last week, that's probably our biggest tool at the moment. But we need everybody to be on board. And there'll be certain incidences where, like, it's like Danny Rose recently, footballer for Newcastle, was talking about being in first class and always feeling that they will act surprised, or like they will check his tickets and not check other people's tickets, or being in his Range Rover and constantly getting stopped by police, asking if the car's stolen, and like really putting him through whenever he goes to his hometown. And you look through the comments and it's not full support, it's like, oh come on, you're a rich Negro, man, like relax. And so every now and then we have examples where the things that we know are blatant, that happen to us on a regular, on all our different levels of life, but they just don't galvanise support, innit?
Like, and just to add on to that, another prime example, Lewis Hamilton. Yeah. Lewis Hamilton for me now is like the greatest F1 Formula 1 driver this country has ever seen.
Greatest British sportsman ever.
Facts.
Fuck Tim Henman.
Yeah.
Look how celebrated Tim Henman was, for being mediocre. Never lifting up like any substantial Grand Slam, no like substantial tour
Don't
series
even know more
trophy.
for Robinsons than he's for tennis.
Tim Henman is known, for almost beating Goran Ivanisevic in the semi-finals in Wimbledon one year.
Talk your shit, man.
No, fuck the tennis. Big tennis fan. So that's and he's getting all the endorsements. Ariel, fucking Robinsons, like all the proud to be British kind of brands, kind of, the squeaky clean shit. And you've got Lewis Hamilton that is dominating, like on a scoreboard. He's gonna surpass like
He's just behind Schumacher, though, isn't it?
Schumacher.
He's just behind him.
Yeah, he's just behind him.
He won on the weekend and his front tyre was about to fall off.
I think he did that on purpose, just
Like,
to get excited.
You know, was just like, I'm gonna give you a glimmer of hope. Psych.
He's got the privilege, like he's so good, he's got the privilege to be like, you know what, I prefer a closer title fight.
He's fucking sick.
Like, and you've got Ali McCoist.
Okay, I know what you're talking about,
Yeah, saying stuff like, I'm not his biggest fan. I don't know what it is about him, but
I can't put my finger on it.
I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't put your finger on me, bruv.
I don't like it.
Keep your finger to yourself, bro.
We know what it is.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of like when Eamon Holmes went on the radio and said, that Meghan Markle, there's something about her I don't like. I've never met her, but I just don't like her. We know what it is. Don't try and tell me like, something, there's something.
Yeah. And now, I don't want to, like, you're entitled to not like Lewis, innit? But you just got to give me something substantial.
Yeah.
You can't come out, because because I've heard the clip that I was referring to, even the guy himself says, I don't know what it is about him I don't like. I mean, you're a wuss, bruv. And you're a fellow loser. You didn't win nothing with Scotland. You're a loser as well, bro. It's because you're all losers, bro. That's what it is, isn't it? We respect winners over here.
Exactly.
Yeah? Join the winning team. What do you think this
I'm
is?
going to just be like, I can't identify with these people because I'm out here winning.
Trust.
He tried to reference it like, he tried to say like, maybe, I don't know, maybe because he moved abroad or whatever. Like, it's got nothing to do with anything. Where a man chooses to live has nothing to do with what he's achieving, what he's doing there. Like, and it's crazy because to some, he's quietly winning. But if it was Jensen Button, mate, we wouldn't hear the end of it.
Should we then, like, if we know, if it's clear as day, should we fall for the bait then? Look, I feel like some of this stuff's intentional. What are you showing me?
It's unavailable still.
I'm not gonna lie.
What happened?
There's an explosion in Beirut, and brothers, I just saw the video now, and it's absolutely
ridiculous.
Oh, I see that. I'm coming
ridiculous.
here.
I just saw it now.
That's
It's
crazy.
ridiculous.
We know in a second. What I was gonna say was, should we fall for the bait? So like, that because it wasn't like a leaked tweet. It was like a promo tweet from I think TalkSport.
Yes.
So they obviously know what's gonna bang online, innit?
Yeah.
So do we just like what I've always thought we should have done with people like Kate Hopkins? Just ignore. Should we just ignore that kind of content?
Yeah. Like, to be honest, I only saw the caption. I didn't listen.
No, I listened to him.
I didn't
I said
listen
like
to
not just left under a minute where he's talking about Lewis.
I was like, oh, yeah, I've heard enough.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen enough, and I know that is the general feeling amongst like a lot of.
I've heard what's that old guy Bernie Ecclestone? He's like an owner, and he talked recently about like not liking Lewis and stuff and not really.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I mean, I heard a Lewis Hamilton song the other day. I was like, this shit is trash.
if that's what he's got, attack his music.
But yeah, so
he's singing or rapping?
He's singing. He's singing. But he's doing the whole like, you know, singy rap,
Drakey vibes.
Like, you know,
Zayn Malik thing.
Yeah,
that's Zayn Malik.
Yeah, Zayn Malik thing. Like, he's doing that, and I'm like, you're killing it in your field. Let me try something else, man. Why not?
Yeah, that man is selfish, bro. How much more do you want, bro? Relax,
Nah,
bro.
fam.
Like,
when I was coming to the rap game, no.
Yeah, but like allow them to do other things.
Yeah.
DMX was allowed to act after killing it in a rap game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's fun, but yeah, I think it'd be interesting to know what how our listeners feel. Sometimes I can just ignore. Sometimes you bite the bait and that, but I think bigger picture, something like that. Donny's obviously going for.
They're angry.
They're looking for the soundbite that's gonna pop online, and it's worked because
it is a generic feeling on Lewis Hamilton. I think
Yeah.
amongst like a lot of British people.
Yeah, British people, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen a story about like him not living here to avoid tax and stuff.
They
All
all
of
do.
them do that, bro. We spoke about maybe a year or 2 years ago about the whole Panama Papers and the leaks about a lot of the high-powered people from celebrities
Yeah, man.
to
Philip
aristocracy.
Green.
They forget that
They don't
Lewis
stay in the
Hamilton's half white.
Yeah, so that's the white side, the tax dodging. Black people can tax dodge as well. And let's be honest here, if you was in that position, would you? What's the race? Let's say you had 80 million 1 year you've earned, and for argument's sake, they're entitled to tax you 50%. Are you giving up the 40 M's? Or are you living in like Monaco or Jersey where you can get paid like 6 mil?
I don't know.
It'd probably be a lot cheaper to live abroad, fam. Just come back and forth. Just literally come back and
To avoid paying
forth. 40
tax.
mil.
Mm.
That's life changing money, fam. And you just give that to
So
the tax man.
you already have life changing money.
Yeah, I'ma still keep that.
I hear that.
That's the Yoruba man. It's also coming out.
I'ma still keep that, man.
Do you know what? I see why it's done. I see why it's done.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure on whether I would do it, but I can see why.
I feel like a lot of us, and myself included, when it's easy judging you're not in those shoes, isn't it?
Mm.
You know? And I'd like to say that, you know, when I get the money, not if, because obviously I serve a living God and that money is coming. You get me?
Yeah, come on.
When I get that money, I hope that I'm saying and I keep a level of me in it, but you never know.
We already spoke about it. Like, if you were to hit a lick, you're just gonna, you know how people are like, oh yeah, you know, I'm going off the license. Do you sensible shit
I'm
like?
gonna strategize.
If you're
You're like, nah, I'm blowing some cash in the first year, innit?
if your account is giving you bare subliminals how to now do loopholes and that, you're like, alright, is that what you're telling me? Do your thing. You're like,
Then when you're rich and start having new conversations, different types of conversations.
Volleyball.
Quail eggs.
Quail eggs, bro. I mean, ostrich egg for no reason.